enough for you to understand that this assignment that's been placed upon all of our lives, the assignment that has been placed upon all of our lives um, is of the essence. It's of, right? And so it's time to go in, y'all. We got to go in. We cannot stay on the outside of this thing. We're going to have to go deeper into the labs of our thoughts. And so I sat down this morning, I had to put, my lab jacket on this morning because we got to go into the labs. And I don't know, sometimes even without the lab jacket, I'd be kind of like, feeling a certain type of way. But when I put this covering on, ooh-wee, I say when I put the covering by which the creator of all things has said, put the lab jacket on, sir. Because when you put this lab jacket on, you have to go deeper than what the circumstances call for. But there's a protocol and there is a rules and regulations that's attached to the lab jacket. And so at the same time, you're going to have to understand the concept and the narrative and the mindset shift that has to happen in order for us to go to this new dimension, right? And so at the same time, I if I owe y'all an apology for not coming, I just know that the creator of all things gave me that breather, if you will. It's been a breather. Hey, look, it's been a real true breather, y'all. You feel me? It's been a breather out here in these streets. It's been a breather. I have breathed. I have restored. I have realigned. I have re-quickened. I have established. I have galvanized, I have re-up, I have, I re-put my foot in the mud. I re-hugged the tree. I got into a forest type setting, a nature type setting. I have done that. And so at the same time, there's studies that has been taking place that shows that children that went to, that was fed a good food and fed and gave good living, but the study took their hands off of the children. They just gave them the food and gave them the good environment and stuff like that. Then they took their hands off of them. And then the other set of children, they gave mediocre food too, but then they gave, they put their hands on them. They touched them. You feel me? They caressed them. They spoke words of encouragement into their lives. They before they went to bed, they prayed with them. And when they woke up that morning, they were there to greet them, coming back out of their sleep, they were there and they had hands on. And the study shows that the people that had all the hands on and the love and the affection and the prayers and the interaction, the immediate interaction showed more growth than the set of children that just only had good food and good atmosphere and good surroundings. So that showed a lot to me. That told me a lot, that it requires interaction. It requires you to be touched. It requires your hugs and your love and your affection toward people in general. And so love is a phenomenon that supersedes a lot of other things. Love does. And so at the same time, I'm here this morning. I am Kendrick B. Davis, Sr., your thought-provoking specialist. Don't you ever get that twisted that I'm not your thought-provoker. I'm here to provoke thought. And if I done did all enough to provoke your thought and cause your movement and your mindset to shift, and then for you to have a whole paradigm shift in the atmosphere, then guess what? I've done my job. Ooh-wee. And so I'm here this morning. And I'll be here for the rest of the year until we embark upon 2026. I have to be here now. That's what just was spoke into my spirit, by my spirit. It spoke to say, you got to show up now. It's imperative that you show your face and that you speak into the mind of the people. And so at the same time, I don't know why I want to apologize to y'all, because sometimes I took that opportunity that the creator said, be quiet, shut up, and sit down. as an opportunity to be quiet, shut up and sit down. I prefer to get it from him or her or it, the creation. I'm talking about the creator. I'm talking about the universe. I'm talking about infinite wisdom. I'm talking about abundant knowledge. I'm talking about conscientiousness, whatever you want to call it. Whatever that energy is that we know that is a superior being over us and over our lives. Some people want to call it God. Some people want to call it Jehovah. Some people want to call it Yeshua. Some people want to call it whatever name they give it. But we all know that there's an energy of superiority. That there's a superior being in the earth that has spoke all this into existence. So you could say it how you want to say it. I'm just saying it how I have to say it through the Department of Behavioral Health, Developmental Disability. Told us that we have to keep religion out of it. And so it gave me an out. Did you hear me? I say that has given me an out, man. I got to put my little vibe of oil. I'm trying to preserve my little oil now because I'm getting down real low with the oil. But do you know how many olives had to be crushed in order to get this one little valve of oil? This one valve of oil, many olives had to be crushed in order for this to even take place. And so at the same time, I like the taste of it now. I done grew an immunity to the oil. Because I know that in order to have the oil running fresh and flow fresh throughout our lives, the part that a lot of people run from is the part that I have to go towards now. The crushing. Ooh-wee. And then we know that there's a crushing stage that every olive must go through in order to have the oil to flow free. There's a stage that must go through, a crushing stage that must have to go through. And so at the same time, y'all know, now look at this, see? Are you still listening? Now hold on, back. Now see what I'm talking about? And I can't reach it from here. See? You see that? But anyway, I don't know. Can I do it without the music? The music set the tone and the tenor for whatever reason. Hey, you heard us? Hey, look, that background music, that background noise, it sets a tone and a tenor for the actual flow of things. You know what I'm saying? And so at the same time, I just, you know what I'm saying, Courtly Often, how you doing? Thank you for all the love. Thank you so much for all the love. But I came in this morning, right? It just threw me off. I need my music. Y'all gotta wait now. See, I was on a whole flow. Yeah, you see that? I was on a whole little flow just then. I was in a whole flow. I need my music. So at the same time, y'all gonna have to bear with me. Y'all see how y'all had to bear with me? You see how there's no perfection in the earth? At one time as time progressed, I'm gonna be done got it all together. But at this moment, I don't know. At this moment, I do not know. All we gotta do is just flow. And so at the same time, I'm here this morning, right? I am here this morning. Did you hear me? I say, I am here. I feel good. I feel well. I feel rested. I feel vibrant. I feel intrigued that the creator of all things will call me to an assignment that will speak into encouraging words into minds, that will enlighten our spirits as we embark upon this new year of 2026. Y'all know at the same time right now, we're in the year of the snake, 2025, 2025. 2 plus 2 is 4, and 4 plus 5 is 9. And so 9 is the year of the snake. And so the year that I know y'all don't like talking about it, neither do I, but it's the year that we shed and we leave the old skin behind, never to be attached to that skin ever again. And the snakes show us something. He has the ability, it has the ability to leave the whole outer coating behind, and it sheds. And so at the same time, in the middle of us trying to look and see what's going on in the atmosphere, we're going to have to shed off a lot of the old things, a lot of the limiting beliefs, a lot of the things that will hinder, stagnate, and or prevent us from becoming this new person, this new entity, this new energy, this new atmospheric pressure that we're going to come into the atmosphere with. And so at the same time, y'all know, I got to speak to the mind of the people. Hey, I'm here to speak to your mind, sir. You might as well get ready. Ooh-wee. I say you might as well get ready. Get ready. On the march, get set, get ready. On the march, get set, get ready. So we're going to get ready. We're going to prepare. We're going to prepare our minds and our hearts and our spirits and everything that needs to be prepared in order to kick into the new gear. If I'm not mistaken, it's the year of the horse, 2026. I got to see it. But it came across my eyesight the other day, and I glanced across it, and I just went on about my business. But I wish I would have stayed on that platform that showed me that 2026, I believe, is the year of the horse. So I don't know the actual meaning behind it yet. It haven't dropped into my spirit yet. But I know the year that we're in right now is leaving the year of the snake, where we're shedding off all of the old things that no longer serve us. We're shedding off all of the old things that no longer push us forward. If it holds you back and stagnates your progress, ma'am, I'm here to let you know that it's no longer serving you. And so at the same time, you might as well grow past it. And so this morning, as Kendrick B. Davis Sr., your thought-provoking specialist, I came in with the assignment to tell everybody under the sound of my voice that your growth will offend those who stayed the same. Ooh-wee. Did you hear me, sir? I say your growth, by you growing up, just by you expanding and using expansion and growing in your bandwidth, growing in your power, growing in your discipline. You ain't just taking you ain't taking no more wood nickels. You and grandma say, babe, don't take no wood nickels. Hey, don't take no wood nickels. Hey, don't take no, hey, what's up? Hey, what's up with you? How you doing? Left. What's good with you? I'm here to let you know that your growth, man, serves in the earth. Hey, I say your growth. I say when you start to expand and when you start to grow past the point by which you once were, that everybody felt comfortable in that old you. In the old you, everybody felt comfortable. But when you start to grow, your growth will offend. Literally, they will be offended. People will be offended because you could tell them no now. Ooh-wee. See, you was always a yes man. You was always a yes ma'am. You was always a yes person. Yes to everything a person did. And then at the same time, one day it snapped. You had your growth spurt. That's so baby. Listen, we finna have fun in here. Hey, listen, we gonna have fun for these next 20-some odd days that we gotta be here. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna talk about it. I'm just here this morning as Kendrick B. Davis Sr., your thought provoker. as your health conscious coach, as your intellectual content creator, and as your podcast professor. Y'all see I got that lab jacket on, baby. You heard I said I got that lab jacket back on, baby. It was never too far. It was always on the back of my chair. But I put it on this morning as a coat. Ooh-wee. Knowing that we can no longer stand on the outside of the door. That we got to come into the labs of our thoughts, the labs of our creativity, the labs of our understanding and our anointing and our power, the labs of our pain, because pain is a prerequisite for power. You cannot have power without first going through pain, sir. And I'm here to let you know that your growth will offend those who stayed the same. They got comfortable in their setting. They got comfortable in their ministry, in their churches, in their cliques. They clicked up in whatever Greek sorority or fraternity. They get a clique. There's cliques all throughout this whole thing called life. And they would get comfortable. And they don't want to really grow. They just comfortable but with being around the same group of people and around the same mindset without shifting and around the same personality types or temperaments. They'll get real comfortable. And they don't want to really grow. They want to stay the same. I'm just letting you know when you grow up, ooh-wee, and when you have your spiritual awakening, and when you have your mindset shift, and when you no longer accept wooden nickels, knowing that a nickel is made out of nickel. Did you hear me? It shine a little bit. A nickel shine. But here you go. You want to always take the wooden nickels. That ain't worth nothing. As soon as you wake up and say, I ain't taking no more wooden nickels from nobody. I remember Grandma, Mama Essie, thank you for this analogy. Mama Essie. Essie Mae Jones. Ooh-wee. That's my great-great-grandmother. As a 7, 8, 9, 10-year-old, that's my great-great-grandmother. That's my great-grandmother's mom. Mama Essie. That's my ancestor now. And she's here with me, Mama Essie. Mama Essie say, baby, don't be out here taking no wooden nickels. That was her slogan. Don't take no wooden nickels. Did you hear me? Don't you take no wooden nickels. Nickels are not wooden. They're not made of wood. If you found a nickel that was shaped like a nickel and that was made of wood, you know it holds no value. But at the same time, man, we're here now. Standing in our dean, standing on our assignment, standing in the growth factor by which the creator of all things has called us to. And now we're here. Growing up, expanding. The bandwidth by which you once had no longer fits and serve you. So you might have to go into the motherboard of your mind. Ooh-wee. And take that old cartridge out of the motherboard. It no longer has enough megabytes. It no longer has enough expanded mechanisms in it. So it's old and outdated. Same way your phone get after about 3-4 years, your phone is old and outdated. You got to keep doing these updates, and they try to update you to keep it, and then sometimes you max out the update, and you can't even use that phone anymore because you done maxed it out. You done had about 7, 8, 9, 10 years, and they saying, "Sir, you got to buy a new phone now. You're outdated. You can't even update your updates no more." So they'll make you buy a whole nother phone. And so I'm here this morning to tell you that at the same time, that motherboard by which your mind that little chip has once sat on that motherboard in the thoughts of and the curriculums of your mind no longer has the ability to serve you to the next level. So you got to take that one out and put a new one in. So you're going to eventually have to grow. Ooh-wee. I say you will eventually have to grow up. All I'm letting you know is when you grow and when you have a growth spurt, you will offend those who desire to stay the same. They don't want to grow. They don't want to go. They don't want to go forward. They want to stay where they are. And that's perfectly fine. Leave them right there. I'm just letting you know you got to grow past the point by which you once was. You grow throughout this whole entire thing called life's curriculum. You started out as an embryo, sir. Hey, cuzzos in the earth, you started out as an embryo, my brother. Hey, sis, you started out as an embryo. An egg and a sperm cell. Look how big you are now. I say you started out as an embryo. You've always grown. So anybody that try to stagnate your growth don't have your best interest at heart. And so at the same time, I had to come. Ooh-wee, I said, I feel good this morning. I said, I had to come. Wealthy risings. Wake up to the newness of it all. Wake up to your own understanding and your own comprehensions, your own advancements, your own achievements, your own inclinations, your own increase, your own discipline. Saying, well, I ain't doing that no more. And when you start cutting off, say, I ain't doing that no more. I'm just not going to do that anymore. Oh, thank you for all the roses. Thank you so much for all the roses. Hey, listen. Hey, man, listen, let me tell you something. TikTok be showing me so much love over here. Thank you so much as a title gifter. Thank you so much. You know, listen, man, celebrate them. Listen, man, I love y'all so much. Hey, listen, y'all have no clue. That does my heart so well to know that people have the ability to send a gift or to send some little hearts up the side of the mechanism. Thank you. A title gifter. Celebrate them. I celebrate you, man. I celebrate all the individuals that show me love over here on TikTok. I celebrate y'all. And this is a celebratory moment for all of us. I got that lab jacket on this morning. And I got to be here from this point on. Up until 2026, I got to speak into the mind of the people. Ooh-wee. So, since I'm here, did you hear me, sir? Since I got to be here, y'all gonna get it. I don't have no other choice. Expansion is your birthright. And if the creator of all things gonna use me as a liaison, if he's gonna use me as a mediator, if he's gonna use me as a conduit to shift the energy, to expand the energy by which we know we gotta go to in order for us to become this new version. We might as well go ahead on and get ready. On the march, get set, ready, go. Ooh, that felt good. On the march, get set, ready, go. So, growth will offend. Did you hear me, sir? I say growth as you grow up will offend. As you use your growth mechanism to say no. I done grew past that point, sir. I'm not giving you no more. I'm not giving you no more of me in that manner. When you start to say no and you start to say grow in your process of saying no to everybody around you that might not understand that you're growing, and then at the same time you start telling them, nah, Nah, I ain't going that route no more. That's a route that I was going at one time based on the fact that I hadn't grown. There was a route that I was going at the moment by which I hadn't grown. And so at the same time, now I've grown up. I'm using the growth mechanism by which I can tell you no now through discipline. I can say no to you now, sir. I can say no to you now, ma'am, because I've grown. And I'm here to let you know that when you grow, you will offend those who desire to stay the same. Did you hear me? I say you will offend those who desire to stay the same and they don't have that accessibility to you no more because you've grown past that point of always having to tell them yes all the time. And so at the same time, I'm here. I am Kendrick B. Davis, Sr., your thought-provoking specialist. Nat, what they do, Shantane. Thank you, Nat Shantane, for all the love that you share over here on TikTok. Thank you so much. I'm going to be here with y'all from this point on, y'all. I know y'all felt me. I know y'all felt my absence. But the creator of all things woke me up this morning and said, you got to go now. You're on go. So the same way he'll sit you down, shut you up, and tell you to be quiet and go get grounded, is the same way that in your awakening, he'll say, it's time now. It's time to go forth. It's time to exude. It's time to expand. It's time to elevate. It's time to alleviate anything that no longer serves you. And so we got to alleviate some people out of our lives. We got to alleviate some energies that no longer serve us and have our best interest at heart. If they don't have your best interest at heart, then you can't have it no more. Did you hear me? I say if that individual don't show you that they have your best interest at heart, if they don't show you that they have your best purpose, your best perspective, the best perspective that they can show for you, and it's not at the best, then guess what? You can no longer invite them in. You're going to have to alleviate these individuals, these energies out of your presence. I know it might have to be like you're going to have to ease your hand out the lion's mouth. I know if you take it out too fast, it's going to crush them and it'll make them feel a certain type of way. And then at the same time, they're going to come for you like a tiger or a bear. So sometimes you might have to ease your hand out the lion's mouth and start preparing your way. Did you hear me? I say just go ahead and start preparing your way. Your way of escape will come. The creator of all things will always give us a way of escape. So you have to be attentive. You have to be cognitively aware. You have to walk in your clarity of conscientiousness with your clear boys on. You're gonna have to see it. So at that very moment that the creator of all things give you that way of escape, you better be on and ready. On this march, get set, ready. Hoo-wee. On the march, get set, ready, go. So you better be ready. You better be ready, sir. You heard what I said. You better be ready, man. YouTubers in the earth, you better be ready. TikTokers in the earth, you might as well get ready. You Facebook family and friends, you might as well go ahead and do it and get ready, sir. Ma'ams in the earth, you get ready. Queens, queens in the earth, all the kings in the earth, all the emperors and the empresses, you know who you are. We got some peasants in our presence too. But it's all relevant. How you view yourself, you will know if you have king lineage. or queen lineage. You'll feel it in your blood when something is not right and you got to say something about it. Maybe you got an authority type figure all the way down in your DNA. And when you speak, people listen. People hear you from the perspective by which your heart speaks. Your fifth chakra is your heart chakra. You speaking from your heart chakra. People will know when you speaking out the top of your head. People will know when you speaking out the side of your neck. People will understand that it ain't coming from your heart. It's coming from your intellectual. When you speak from your heart, it's another vibration that happens. It's another frequency that goes forth to the heart of man, to the heart and the mind of the individual that you might speak to. They'll know it's coming from a sincere, genuine, authentic place, organic. They'll know. All you got to do is just sit back and watch. All you got to do is do what needs to be done. And so I'm here, y'all. I know I got to take us into this new year now. Listen, I can't go nowhere now. The creator of all things has spoken to my spirit. And he said, you're on now. Ooh-wee. Say, you're on. You're on now. You've gotten enough rest. You have reestablished and re-quickened and reassessed, reevaluated, regalvanized. Yeah, you ready now, sir. You done stuck yourself in the mud. I wish I could have laid all the way down in the mud, but I just put my bare feet, took my socks and my shoes. I didn't have I had my slides on, but I took my slides off and went and got into the clay. I rubbed my feet through the green grass into the clay, right? And it's red clay, it's red dirt here. It's almost like mud. When it's a fresh rain that had happened that day, it had rained a lot. And so the ground was moist. The ground was acceptable. The ground was accessible to you to put your feet, your bare feet in the mud. And I rubbed in a place in the mud. And I sat out there in the mud. Let it go all the way up into my equilibrium. Let the mud go and cover my feet and just sat out there in the mud, in the dirt, in the clay, in the grass. Rub my hands in the grass. Got all the nutrients out of the ground. Get grounded. Did you hear me, sir? You better go back and find you a nature path. It's fresh off the press right here. The creator say, find a nature's path. I want to know where this is coming from. Okay, Father. He said, find a nature's path. Find a path in nature. And go connect with nature. Ooh-wee. Where nothing, you can't see nothing but forests and trees and leaves. Find you a stream of water that come down through the mountains. Put your feet in the water. It might be cold out there right now. We done had cold water on our feet before. It's okay. When you're obedient, you will not get sick. I said, when you are obedient to the call, when you're obedient to the understanding, when you're obedient to the assignment, when you're obedient to the comprehension of it all, find somewhere in nature, a nature's path. Walk down through the path and the creator of all things will show you the spot by which you got to hug a tree. The spot by which you will have to, put your feet in the stream of water that's coming down through the mountains. He'll show you. All I'm here to let you know is get grounded. You're going to have to be grounded to the earth, sir. That way, when every wind of doctrine come your way, That way, when every wind of throw it offness that they try to throw you off, you will be so grounded in the earth and connected to the universe, to the fact that it won't even bother, it won't even phase you. You won't even be blown away because you're anchored to the earth and you're grounded to nature. I ain't even sitting down here to say all this, but I know one thing: as you start tapping in, that your growth, you heard what I said. I ain't scared of nobody under the sound of my voice. I say your growth will offend those who have a desire to stay the same. If they have a desire to stay the same, your growth will start to offend them. As you move into your position, as you move into a higher, elevated perspective, that your perspective is high and lifted up, that when you start to look down in on life, when you start to stand outside of yourself and then look down in on yourself, make the moves, then you know you've reached a certain plateau. Then you know you've reached a certain high and lifted up position. That when you look down in on yourself, make the moves. Ooh, I wish you understand what I'm saying. I know it might take some chosen ones to step in and understand what I'm saying, but if you understand that, that means you are a chosen one. If you can't understand what I'm saying, then that means you might need some more growth factor. You might need another chip in your motherboard to expand past the point of this dimension. And so at the same time, you might have to back all the way out, go to the job every day, go to your career every day, go to the environment every day, go to the atmosphere every single day, but stand outside of it. Even while your physical body is in it, you got to stand outside. I can't explain this no more than what I'm doing, y'all. Oh, Lord, give me the strength and the power, because I promise you this is what I have to do. I promise you I can't do it no other way. You can't stand under the pressures of life and look out of the corner of your eye and say that this world is about to crush you at any given moment. That's not the correct position to be in. That's a suicidal position. That is a homicidal position. When you're standing out and the world is over your right shoulder and it's about to crush you at any given moment, that's not the position by which the creator of all things is telling the mind of the people. And at the same time, you can't be at eye level looking at this world across horizontal positions, because it will overwhelm you. It will distract you. It would disrupt your spirit. If you look and see politics, and you look and see at all the economy, and you look and see, political arenas, and you look and see all of the ecosystems and how all of the things is coming into play, it'll overwhelm you. So the creator of all things told me to tell the mind of the people to stand outside of it all. That's your only position. You got to back yourself outside of it and then look down in on the perspective. In order for you to see the full gamut, the full perspective, in order for you to see all, in order for you to see the full picture, every corner of it, you're going to have to stand outside of it all and then look down in on it as you observe it. Once you do that, you're going to grow. Did you hear me? I say, once you do that, you will grow. You're going to grow. And then your growth will start to offend. As you grow up, as you don't get moved by every wind of doctrine, as you don't get thrown off your square so easily anymore, because you've grown. And you could tell folk no. That's because you've grown. You could tell them, nah, I ain't going that route no more. I ain't rocking with you like that no more, sir. Did you hear me? You can start telling these folk no. And so at the same time, it's gonna be a different, they're gonna be mad at you. Yeah, they're gonna get mad at you. I gotta go, y'all. My spirit said I'm done. And so at the same time, I'm letting you know that your growth, I said, I'm just letting you know that your growth will offend those who desire to stay the same. Your growth. When you grow up, you start moving different. You start moving according to your own dynamics and your own personal plans and your own self-awareness and your own self-development and your own self-discipline and your own conscientiousness. They like when they can control your mind and make you think the thoughts that they want you to think. They like when you control, they don't like when you start controlling your own thoughts and start moving in your own direction, your own purpose and your own purpose-filled plans and your own prosperity, your own peace that surpasses all understanding. When you standing in peace and everybody around you is standing in chaos, you growing. You'll start to grow. When everybody around you is standing in chaos and you're standing in your peaceful perspectives because you know that your ancestors are with you, that the creator of all things has covered you, that it's by design that you're even still on this earth in the metaverse at the moment by which you're here. When you start to understand that holistically, then your growth will happen. I'm just warning you that as you grow, you will offend. You will offend those individuals that no longer desire your expansion, growing past the limitations by which they have dampered you with. They have put a glass ceiling over your growth factor. You bust through that growth, when you bust through that ceiling and you start moving according to your own power, your own perspective, your own monetary value, your own worth, your own essence, your own energy, your own perspectives. I'm just letting you know that your growth will offend those who desire to stay the same. That's all I'm here to tell you. I gotta go, y'all. Thank y'all for chiming in with me this morning, this evening, this afternoon, whatever opportunity, whenever you get an opportunity to hear my voice, I'm here now. Did you hear me? The creator of all things said you gotta stand before the mind of the people from this point. So I'm back on the 12 o'clock hour. I ain't went nowhere, really. I'm just letting you know that he said, be quiet, sit down, and shut up. And I know how to do that. But when he say it's time for you to go and grow, when it's time for you to expand and arise, then at the same time, I understand that too. I'm sensitive enough and I'm connected enough to the creator of all things to know when he says sit down, shut up, and be quiet. And I'm so sensitive to the mindset of him when he said it's time for you to grow and go. And so I'm here now. I'm back, y'all. On my assignment, stand on my D. I'm ready, willing, and able to speak into your mind. Cause your thoughts to shift. Cause your mindset to increase. Cause your thought process to expand. Because your growth will offend those who choose to stay the same. I gotta go. Y'all be blessed. Y'all be good. Be prosperous. Peace, love.